What's up, guys? Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics here with another product review. So today, I got the Dopamineo Bands. Dopamineo Bands were kind of a discovery of mine a few months back. I saw Khabib, one of my favorite fighters, using these, and it immediately sparked my interest just because of the drills that he was able to do. A wide array of different mobility and HIIT training is incorporated with the usage of these. Now, at first glance, these may be sort of a mirror image of the Inertia Wave, something that we've used here at the gym for a while and something that's become very popular in recent months. You've got athletes like Gronk using those, and so they've really made a splash. These are different. They do a lot of different variations. They do some of the same things, but they are used differently, and they are built quite differently than the Inertia Wave. So let's talk about them. So with our reviews, we like to do pricing, quality, usage, footprint, and customer service for each one of our reviews. Let's go one by one. So let's start with pricing. So these bad boys are actually very, very well priced. So these guys have, I believe they have 4 different options as far as resistance. The density of the band is going to impact the difficulty of the exercises that you do. That's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to pay between $50 to $85 a band. Now that's very reasonable. That is not bad. In fact, I don't remember the last time I did a product review where the piece of equipment in question was under $100. That's kind of very, very rare. So that being said, these bad boys are not going to break your bank. It's something that you can buy a couple of them, take them with you to the gym. If you're doing cardio, if you're doing some kind of a HIIT day, they would be a very welcome addition in your bag. We'll get more of that once we get to the footprint section, but they are a very, very good bang for your buck product. If you're a home gym operator or a trainer, also something to look into. You can take the money you save on this and you can make yourself a little attachment outside for your wall to anchor, or just get a sled so you can wrap these around that, because you are going to need that. More of that, actually right now we can talk about it in the quality section. So quality is the second section we address when we do these reviews. Now, this is where I am going to implement my critiques of the model. The first thing I'm going to say, the bands themselves do not have handles. That is the biggest fundamental difference in make between these and something like the Inertia Wave. The Inertia Wave knew they had to design an area for the hands to go. These did not. You have to tie these into knots on the ends, and in order to get them to stay, you have to double or sometimes even triple those knots depending on how tight they are. They will slip, they will come undone, or they will come out of place entirely. Now, I understand that some of these fighters will literally wrap this around their waist and tie it in the front. So it's not an accident that these, it's not an accident that these don't have handles that can't also be tied together. It's still a critique that I present as a strength coach. I think these need some kind of a handle, something that is on here to distinguish where your hands go versus the rest of the band. It is a bit of a nuisance to have to tie these for certain exercises and then untie them for others. So that would be my biggest issue with the quality of the product. Other than that, the product is very good. Another thing that does distinguish it from the Inertia Wave is that the Inertia Wave, when in use, has 2 separate bands that create their own force resistance. You've got your one on the left and one on the right. They're both anchored sometimes to the same position, but they are different from one another. If I unclick one, it's totally separate. The Dopamineo is different. It's all one band. It's all one band. It goes around a little anchor point. You pull it. You don't pull it tight. Yet another difference between that and the Inertia Wave. The Inertia Wave is usually tight as a rope, kind of like that. These guys are a little bit loose so that you can move with them. I love having something that's kind of an unconventional boxing coach that I can use. I can use these guys for any kind of HIIT training that involves a typical bodyweight exercise like a burpee, like a jumping jack, and these will add a very unique resistance that you really wouldn't notice was there until you started using them. They're very good at that, and I like that about the Dopamineo Bands. But for quality, as I mentioned, the handles are a ding. I'm going to give it a 5.9. So that's really my biggest critique, is just the handles. Other than that, it's well made. Let's go on to usage. I've sort of muddled the line between quality and usage here with my last little statement, but the usage on these is very good. As I said, there are certain things they're very good at, certainly beyond what the Inertia Wave can do. They're very different, and there is just about an endless number of movements that you can do with these. Any body weight exercise can be amplified by using these. So it's not a bad idea to have some of these lying around. And for the usage, I'd give it an 8.2. That's a good usage score. Very, very practical, very functional. Most coaches will understand what I mean when I say that this kind of a thing is something that just about any level of athlete can use. You've got different styles of bands, and if you're doing body weight exercises already, but you're not ready to progress the resistance toward actual weight, a band like this would be a very welcome addition. So, 8.2. Next, we have footprint. The highest score that the Dopamineo will receive is definitely the footprint. I can take this guy, I can wrap it up, it comes with a carrying case, throw it in the case, and I can take it anywhere. It's very small, very easy. You can hang it on your wall, you can throw it in the corner of your gym, you can throw it in the corner of your house, you can put it anywhere. It's very, very easy. This is even smaller than the Inertia Wave. Up until now, the Inertia Wave is probably the best, the best footprint that you'd seen. But this is actually very, very good. It's a great product to have in your bag, and like I said, it's very welcome for training. So for the footprint, give it a 9.2. 9.2 is the highest score that this guy will get. That's a very, very good score for footprint. Outstanding. Customer service. Also a very good category for the Dopamineo. I love what they're doing. I think they've got a very good presence on their social media. They're answering a lot of questions. I had a lot of questions dealing with this because I'm not a fighter. I wrestled when I was younger, but I never had the training with fighters to do their kinds of conditioning. Now, I've implemented a lot of that recently with the Dopamineo and with the Inertia Wave, and as a strength and conditioning coach, you do understand how each sport is a little bit different in their training. This really gave me a crash course on how to implement boxing, that kind of style of workout into what I'm already doing with my people. So it was actually very cool to have them there and answering questions, and yeah, I give it an 8.7. Well done, Dopamineo. You guys have done a very good thing. You got a good company and a great product. Total, 8.1. Yes, an 8.1 is the score for Dopamineo Bands. As I mentioned, there are 4 different options. You can go on there. They also sell them in bundles if you want to save some money and just get them all. That wouldn't be a bad idea as well. Get them in your gym, start using them. Let me know what you guys think. If you disagree with something I said, if you think a score should be altered, or if you have any questions about the products, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.